Hi everyone, this is Narendar and welcome to Cybercode Edulabs. In my last video, I showed you how to install Go in your local machine and how to write the very first code of Hello World. But I got few suggestions from my friends saying that it was somehow high level and advised me to explain more in detail so that it would reach very beginners who initiated a fresh start of coding. So now I am going to have a very deep walkthrough to the Hello World code and also talking about how Go works by looking into 6 lines of Hello World code. And I'm also going to explain you what's going on behind the scenes when you run this simple code. Then without any delay, let's get started. Before the walkthrough, I'm going to explain some very basic programming concepts like compiling. So we should know step by step here. First of all, we will look into what is compiling, and then after what are packages, and then we'll go to the walkthrough of the Hello World code, and then what the Go workspace is, and then after how to run the code. First, let's look into compiling. So to understand how Go works, we first need to understand what it means to compile code. So programming languages that we commonly use like C, C++, Java or Python, and also Golang, these are high level languages, meaning that they are human readable. So but when a machine is trying to execute a program, it needs to be in a form that a machine can read, which would like a bunch of zeros and ones. Hope you already know about this. So we would have to convert this human readable code into machine language, and this is what the compiler does, and this is what the compiling meant for. So let me give you one example. Let's say you are making a calculator program and you have written some code into several files and that are nicely organized in a directory. Then once you are finished, you compile it, and then the compiler is going to change your human readable code into machine readable code and spit out an executable file. And you take that executable file and you can run the calculator program. So this is what the compiling meant for. Hope you guys understand. So if not, please give a comment in comment section so that I can explain much better. And next we will move towards package. So if you can see in the website like go.dev, there is a page called how to write Go code. So it says there, a package is a collection of source files in the same directory that are compiled together. Nothing difficult here. Source file just means the code that you wrote and saved in a file, and we already know what compiling is. So we can understand this definition, which is basically just saying that a package is a bunch of .go files in a directory that will be compiled together. So in Go, every file should be included in a package. So even if you are writing a very simple piece of code, if you want to do it in a standard way, you would put the file inside a directory which would be placed under the src directory, which is called source directory of your Go path. The name of the package will be in the same, the name of the package will be the name of the directory. So if you can see last video, I gave the package name as the directory name. So just refer that if you have any confusion. And the reason why we use packages is to reuse other people's code so that we don't have to write everything from scratch every time we code something. So if we organize our code into packages, it is easier to reuse them in other packages and also help us maintain source code. For example, if we want to build a calculator app, we don't have to write out all the mathematical functions. We just need to use a package that has those mathematical functions and just import it in our code. Just look at the image here. So here we are importing the math package into the calculator package so that all the mathematical functions are clubbed into the math package, and in the calculator file we are using that particular math package. So this is how the sharing of or reuse of packages works. Moving on, let's walk through to the Hello World code. Now that we have some basic understanding of what compiling is and what packages are, let's start looking into the Hello World code first. The very first line, the package main, means that this .go file belongs to a package called main. Remember how I said all .go files need to belong to a package? All files that have .go as an extension should have package something in the very first line. So we need this package to be an executable program. So we have to name this package main, which means there is going to be an entry point of execution in this package. And this is what the rule that we have. So if you want your code to run as a standalone program, it needs to include a package called main. Now let's go to the line number 5. So whenever we want to write code and run it, we have to tell the machine where the execution should start. So we do that by writing a function called main. So like in line number 5. So the machine will look for a function called main to find the entry point of the program. So which will be the code inside the curly braces. So generally a function is a block of code that can do a specific task and can be reused here and there. So you can declare a function with any name by using func. But in this case, you need to name it main, because you are telling the machine that this is where your code starts. And this was the reason which I gave the package name as main in my last video, if you can see. So instead of giving the folder name as hello, I gave the name as main. Now let's look at line number 3. Import fmt, we can also call it as fmt, means bringing in a package called fmt into this package, which is the main package. So basically here with the line number 1 and line number 3, we are saying, hey, this file is in the main package and I also want to include another package called fmt into this main package. So fmt is a standard package provided by Go, and inside this package there is a function called println, and because we imported fmt, we are able to use the function println by using fmt.println in line number 6. So println is a function that takes in whatever in the brackets and shows it to us on the terminal window. And finally, to sum up, line number 1 is saying this file will be in a package called main and it needs to be called main because it includes the entry point of the program. And line number 5 is the actual starting point, and we know that because it's a main function. And line number 3 is there because we need to import the fmt function to use the println function on the line number 6. So which is going to let us print hello world on the terminal. Next, moving on, let's see about the Go workspace. So inside the Go path, you should make 3 directories, src, bin and package like pkg. So after you install Go, just type go space env in the command prompt to check your Go path. Here Go path in the sense there is no gap between Go and path. In the capital letters you can see, you can find in the Go env. So normally it should be your home directory /go. If you don't have the Go directory like in your Go path, you will have to create it, and inside the Go directory just create src, bin and pkg. So here we will store the code that we write in src directory. So normally right under src there will be repositories, so which is like a version control workspace, and under that will be subdirectories, so which will be packages. Mostly you will generally create a new subdirectory in your repository to write code for each separate Go package. And the bin directory which holds executable files, so which are also called binary files. So after we compile a package, the compiler will output an executable file, so which will be found in the bin directory. And coming to pkg, so this is the package directory, so which stores non-executable files, means these packages don't have a main, so you cannot turn them into an executable and run them. So instead you can import them into other executable packages and use them. So I think that's a brief explanation about the Go workspace. So now let's talk about compiling and running source code. To run your code, first you need to compile it, and there are 3 ways to do this: Go run, Go build and Go install. So let's see what they are. So if you install Go, you can use several programs that can help you build or test your source code. So Go is one of the programs you can use, and to use the Go program, simply type in Go in the command prompt, and after that put a space and then write the command you need to use. For example, Go space help. So let's see what kind of commands you can use. So you can see a list of commands by typing in Go help. or you can also just check out the Go tools reference. I'll give you the reference link here in the description. So among the commands in that list, run, build and install are the ones that can compile your code. So in the last video we already tried out some commands like go env and also go version, so which you can also see in this list. The most simple way to compile and run your source code is to simply use go run. So let's say we save the hello world file as main.go, as I said in the last video. So inside a directory, there we use the directory name as hello 01 hello. Actually that should be inside the src directory. So here I'm showing the name it as first tutorial inside instead of 01 hello. So we saved this hello world file as main.go inside a directory called first tutorial and inside the src directory. So go to the first tutorial package directory and simply say go run main.go. So it will run the code and show hello world in the terminal. But remember, so how I said that if you compile a program, it's going to output an executable file. So if you use the go run command, it's not going to show the executable. The run command will output the executable file as temporary file and delete it after executing. So if you actually want to output an executable file, so which would be an .exe file in Windows and binary file in Mac, so you would have to use the go build command. So in that case, after you build your code, you will see the executable in the current directory. And if you want to run that executable, just type the name of the file in the command prompt. And the third one is go install. This will also compile your code, but instead of leaving the executable file in the current directory, it will put the file in the bin directory. So if you install your package, you can run that executable file in the bin directory from anywhere. So if you have the bin path added in your environment variables. So finally, to summarize, so far we looked into compiling packages, the hello world code, and the Go workspace, and how to run your source code. And I guess you have a better understanding now about how Go works. Knowing how all this works is going to help you build a strong foundation. And even I have even saw some tutorials that teach in the playground, Go playground. So it's easy there to work because you don't need to set up anything over there. So this will let you start coding right away. So but there is a downside if you don't have the initial struggles setting up things. So using the command prompt and using Go tools, you miss the opportunity to get a deeper understanding of basic programming concepts like packages and compiling. So this is all about this basic foundation. Hope you understand everything. So let's catch up in the next video. Thank you very much.